Another week, another film news video. Let's get into it. Join the film club to get exclusive videos, early video viewing parties, input on video ideas and thumbnails, and much more. Without further ado, let's jump into it. First, and for a second, what I thought was by far the most exciting news that we've gotten in quite some time, but ended up, well, let's see. Just recently I saw some details about a new Kodak camera. Well, I guess you could call it a camera. The Kodak Camera? I don't know, not the Greek mythology being that I definitely was thinking of, but rather a tiny digital keychain camera that is sold in mystery boxes. Paying homage to the very first Kodak single-use camera that was released in 1987, the Kodak Camera blind boxes feature 7 different colorful variations of miniaturized working digital keychain cameras. While the original cameras use 110 film, Kodak decided to put a tiny sensor in these and uses a micro SD to capture all the images. All of the cameras share the same internals, which are, just like the outside, miniature. The sensor is a very small 1.6 megapixel type 1/4 CMOS with an equally tiny 35mm f2.4 lens in front of it. The little cameras can capture very low resolution photos that measure a measly 1440 by 1080 pixels. Video quality is about the same, and the clips are shot at 30 frames per second in AVI format. The Kodak Camera keychain cameras are available from retail, which I thought was interesting, for $29.99 each, or as a batch of 6 for $179.94. I'm really not loving the leaning into these cheap, quirky digicams. I don't know, it just seems quite gimmicky, and I would love Kodak to actually invest in the future of film, which I think would directly help their financial situation more than just like selling the licensing to these companies for just cheap products that, I don't know, in my opinion is like watering down the Kodak brand name, which is such a legacy and like historical brand that's done such cool stuff over the course of the life of the brand, and now just getting these like random odds and ends products, kind of like we've gotten with Polaroid, or definitely not something I would be doing if I was running the marketing for Kodak. I would love to see Alaris and Eastman combine back so we can get some continuity with some of the products. It just kind of feels like we're all over the place with the Kodak stuff right now, and moving in a synergistic direction, investing in selfishly the future of film for both still photography and motion picture, but I'm not going to be holding my breath. Okay, next we're officially less than 20 days away from the Analogue AF1 prototype camera that should be ready for testing on September 30th. While the post that they shared doesn't say a ton other than the lens is 1/1000th of a max speed, which is pretty cool, and then shared a couple images of the lens. Stay tuned to the channel where I'll cover more about the prototype on the 30th and hopefully be getting a camera for testing this fall and winter. Next, HP has introduced the HP FilmScan 5-inch touchscreen film scanner, a device designed to help users convert slides and negatives into digital files. The scanner supports both color and black and white film in 35mm, 110, and 126 formats, interestingly enough. When I first saw this, I definitely thought this was a typo and that this meant 120, but no, it is the quite niche 126 film, which I don't think anyone really shoots. The HP FilmScan includes a 5-inch color LCD touchscreen that allows users to view scan negatives and slides directly on the device. The scanner uses a quick feed tray that accommodates continuous scanning of both film strips and a mounted slide via a 13 megapixel sensor at 4032 by 2272 image resolution. The package includes a slide holder, film size adapters, a cleaning brush, and a USB cable, providing all the necessary components to start scanning immediately. This film scanner is now available on Amazon and HP's website for $230. Any new film scanner in 2025 is good news, but only time will tell how the image quality actually looks. Next, we just recently got an Instagram post that the official release of Optik Oldschool is coming soon. Up until this, we've only had the pre-production models, whereas these final ones have a better altered emulsion with no issues, updated packaging, and DX coating. I'm stoked for y'all to get your hands on this and shoot it, as I really love the results I got from my video, so definitely keep up to date with them. We also got a new post from Yashica and their scammy new camera. Keep in mind, this isn't actually the OG Yashica, and rather just the namesake being used as a guise to sell a pretty crappy line of cameras. Much like the other cameras, this Yashica is also something I would totally avoid. If you need some more info, look online about these and you'll find tons of other photographers echoing the same sentiments. Regardless, they shared some packaging in a video on their Instagram, so if you for some reason have this pre-ordered, well, first, may God have mercy on your soul, but also, here's the packaging. I don't know. Honestly, I would totally avoid this like the plague if I was you, and if you do have a pre-ordered, see if you can cancel it. Next up, I recently saw an interesting article from Lomography talking about color film, the history of it, and the role it played for us, but in it, they had a graph that showed that people over the last 10 years have slowly opted to shoot more black and white film, something I found to be quite interesting. As someone who rarely shoots black and white, and certainly has not shot more in the recent years, I started to wonder why and came to the conclusion that it's most likely the price. As color color film has continued to get more expensive, opting to shoot black and white and develop yourself and be a much more economical means of shooting, and something that I would employ anyone who wants to save more money when they're shooting film. The article continues on to talk about how color film has changed over the last couple decades and has gotten less and less saturated with the rise of, quote, a variety of different film stocks and also instant film. Some really interesting, thought-provoking stuff that I'll link below. Okay, last but certainly not least for the film photography news, Pope Francis's Leica MA is set to be auctioned for charity, which is honestly pretty cool. The Leica MA and the Leica Noctilux M 1.2 50mm ASPH lens both carry the serial number 5 million, a distinctive production mark highly coveted by collectors and is set to sell around $80K. The one-of-a-kind camera is finished in silver chrome with a special white covering and white paint on the base plate, back doors, as well as some of the controls. The camera is decorated with papal engravings. The flash cover is adorned with the keys of Peter, while the back of the top of the plate bears His Holiness Pope Francis's motto, Miserando et qui eligento? I have no idea, meaning lowly but chosen. The special engravings are filled with white, gold, and black paint. The Noctilux lens is finished in chrome with engravings filled with gold and white paint. The body cap and lens cap are engraved with the coat of arms of the state of the Vatican City. Both the camera and the lenses are additionally engraved with the year His Holiness Pope Francis received the gift, inscribed in Roman numerals ADMMXXIV. Lights Photographica Auction 47 will take place on November 22 at the Hotel Imperial in Vienna. Pretty cool stuff. Also quick here, Nikon and Canon both just released their cinema cameras. Kind of cool if you're into that realm, but a bit out of scope for the channel, so I figured I'd just briefly mention it. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's all the notes I have for all the news. Let me know down in the comments which news section you thought was most interesting. And yeah, until the next one, stay safe, stay shooting, guys. Adios.